Hey, I am in New Bern, North Carolina. I'm here to do some metal detecting. If you want to learn a little bit about New Bern, North Carolina, stay tuned. Let's see what we can discover together. Pretty deep. I think I may have it out. Hard to gauge by the photo, but folks, we are at Glen Bernie Park here outside of New Bern, and you can read some of the rich history behind me. This location, over the course of time, has been several things. It currently is a beautiful park, but at one time it was a dance hall, it was a fairground, and it's also located, by the way, very, very close to the bay here. But even more interesting, during World War II, the fairgrounds were converted into a prisoner of war camp where they held German POWs. The camp at the time held over 380 captured prisoners of war. And these folks worked, they contributed to the local economy, they worked side by side with the local population, building roads. They worked in the meat packing industry and other things. So today, this is where we're gonna dig and hopefully find some interesting history along the way. Thought that was a good signal, but could be a couple things in here going on. Awfully, awfully big. It's picking something up. I'm curious. I'm going to take this, clean it up, and see. Is this a hot rock? I read about hot rocks. Never come across one. That was ringing up in the 90s. Okay, I decided to dig some 20s, and this is a nickel. Ringing up in the low 20s. I doubt it's very old, but I'll have to get that cleaned up and look at it. Have no idea what this is. Couldn't even begin to tell you. Let's see if we pick it up. And she is metal. Well, there you go. I wanted to take a minute to capture the view. Gorgeous. Okay, what we have here is an old lock. That was ringing up real solid, 93, I think, and it's pretty neat. We'll get this cleaned up and see what it says, but joy maker, possibly. I'll get it cleaned up here and we'll take another look. All right, I believe what this is saying is sleigh maker. Sleigh maker, okay, wait for it, rustless. What do you think? A little bit of rust. Sleigh maker rustless. We'll have to do a little bit of research and see about when that's made. Just looking at the font, to me, this may be a reach here, but this kind of reminds me of the 20s and 30s. 20s, 30s, 40s. Could it be that old? I don't know. But pretty cool font. I'm pretty sure that's an S. Not sure exactly what this is. First glance, I thought it might be a rivet, some type of button. Looks to be brass. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe copper? I don't know. We'll get her cleaned up and take a look at her. You know, this to me looks like a button. It's the backside that's throwing me off a bit. Any idea, folks, what this might be? some type of brass casing. Don't know how old this is. Yeah, this was a military POW camp at one time. It's possible that they did some target practice, some shooting on here as well. We'll have to get it cleaned up, see if we can ID it.
Just right, just.
Hey everybody, I'm here with Bill McRae, and he's going to tell us a little bit about this beautiful building behind us.
This great piece of architecture built in the early 19th century, about 1806, was originally constructed as a school building. And it continued as a school building until 1971. To the best of our knowledge, it is the oldest surviving schoolhouse in North Carolina. During the Civil War, when New Bern was occupied by Union troops, it was a field hospital. So today we interpret both Civil War history, architecture, because it's a phenomenal piece of federal architecture, and early education in North Carolina. I would invite you all to come to New Bern, North Carolina, visit us here at Tryon Palace. It's a beautiful city and a wonderful historic site.
Oh, Bill, thanks so much. And folks, I'll put a link in the description below where you can learn more both about New Bern and this wonderful building behind us.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Bill. What do we have here? My goodness gracious. This is extremely heavy. Extremely heavy. Wow. No idea. Odd shape. Too bad it doesn't look gold. Almost looks like it was melted or something. Wow. Can you get a feel for how heavy that is? Wow. Mr. Roosevelt, 1990 something. Solid 90s. Here. Quite the mystery. Wonder what this could be. Has an edge to it. I'll see if I can get it up. Okay, folks, she's out of the hole. It looks to be some type of pipe fitting. I can make out WB, perhaps. This is obviously filled with sand on both sides, so some type of coupling of sorts. Again, very heavy. But yeah, it was pretty cool. That was probably about 5 inches down and rang up in the 90s. I think maybe brass, possibly, not sure. Okay, this is only fitting that in New Bern, the home of the first Pepsi, of course I found a Pepsi bottle cap. What a great way to end the hunt. There we go. New Bern, North Carolina, home of the first Pepsi, and I'm sure not the last of the bottle caps. Yeah, I want to show you all these Gojo scrubbing towels. Nice to have in the back of the vehicle. Okay, getting a quick cleanup here. I am really excited to come back and visit this city. My niece is getting married here later this summer, and honestly, I had no idea it was this old. Just gorgeous. You know, you feel like you're in New England, or you know, someplace in Massachusetts, not North Carolina. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So I'm looking forward to getting to know New Bern a little bit more here this summer.